Today is Monday, April 6th, 2026. I would like to show you a trade that we're currently watching, and it's in the euro to the Japanese yen. We're watching for the VMS 2.0 strategy setup, and this is how it works. First thing we look for is the S, and that's structure. You can see in this particular market on a 4-hour chart that we're heading back up into resistance as we speak. We're coming up into it. So what we're watching for is rejection in this area. That can be a shooting star. That can be multiple candles with wicks as rejection. And then we would need to have an engulfing candle followed after all of that. After the wicks and the shooting star, we need an engulfing candle. So that would be structure. Once we have that, then we look down at the 4-hour chart on momentum, and what we want to see is divergent momentum in our favor or in our direction. We can see that currently the 4H momentum is down, and if we get that, then we go to the daily chart. And what we're looking for here is simply momentum. We don't want momentum to be strong against us. So if we're looking for a down trade and momentum was pointing up, something like this, low and up, then we would not take that. So right now, what we see is momentum on the daily chart being down. So that qualifies. Once we get now, in the daily, we have to wait for structure. That's going to be the first thing. The daily already fits the VMS 2.0, and the momentum on the 4-hour already fits the VMS 2.0. So we need structure here. Once we get the structure, once we get that rejection and we get the engulfing candle, then we will look for volume. And the volume, when you put up the red K EURJPY on your computer, you'll see these numbers here. Volume is this second one right here. That's volume. So if you come over here, this candle represents volume. All of the candles, red and green. And then the lines represent momentum. So when we're looking for volume, we just hold your cursor on that candle and it will show you the number over here. And so on a 4-hour chart, we need volume to be at a minimum of 80, and on a 1-hour chart, 85, and on a 15-minute chart, 90. So a lot of times you'll start looking at that in the 4-hour. I've seen 4 hours at 96 and they just explode. But the volume would be the next thing we have to have in order to make this work or make this a VMS 2.0 trade. And once we get that, then we'll take our position tool just like we did here. This is a recent win that we took in this market just last week. We take our position tool and we figure out where the stop loss is, and that will be the swing high plus the I'll just show you the indicator up here, plus the ATR, or the average true range. And then we determine what our profit target should be based upon previous action and or at a 2-to-1. So once we get that, then we decide whether we're coming in with a limit order or with a market order. So that's what we are currently looking for and watching for in this particular market.